Tarantino, like Quentin Tarantino, but not the same person. Her name's Tarina, not Quentin. Hey everybody, welcome back to Charmed and Dangerous. Today I'm going to be doing another Instagram promise for you guys. If you guys can tell by my beautiful side braid, I just did my tutorial for how to get this side braid that I posted a picture on Instagram a few weeks ago. Promised you guys a tutorial. My son went into the hospital and I didn't get to do one. Sorry, my shirt is... I know. I'm weird. I don't know. It's weird because it's doing this thing over here. What the fuck ever. I don't know. I also posted that same day, because I did both of these looks at work that day, and I look with the blue winged liner, and also promised that I would do a tutorial on that and tell you guys how I got that look. So that is what this is. I will link down below this elegant side braid tutorial if you guys are interested. And if you are interested in seeing how I got my blue winged liner that I probably used a picture of from Instagram for my thumbnail, so you've probably already seen that picture, so you already know what I'm doing. If you're interested in getting that look, stay tuned and we'll get right into it. Okay, so the things that you're gonna need for this look are very simple. Very simple. Is that right? I don't know if that was right. Anyway, you're definitely going to need a blue eyeliner. I'm going to be using my Tarantino, like Quentin Tarantino, but not the same person. Her name's Tarina, not Quentin. My blue eyeliner that I got in my Boxycharm. You're also going to need some kind of like neutral color, just to, you know, so your eye looks nice and pretty underneath your winged liner. You're going to need some primer if you use primer. If not, don't worry about it. Preferably some blue eyeshadow. This is just by Wet n Wild. This is just for underneath, just to help the eyeliner stay. If you're using a super like staying power eyeliner like this, though, you don't necessarily need the powder to help it stay. You might want to smoke it out a little bit with this, but you don't necessarily need this. And some mascara and a brush. That's what you're going to need. We're going to jump right in. I have not primed my eyes or anything. I basically just taken a really hot in here. I should have turned the air on before I did this. I'm fat. I'm sweating. I don't know. Oh my god. I did not prime my eyes or anything. I pretty much just like took off the makeup, most of it that I had on from earlier today. So I'm just getting a little bit closer so you guys can see. Basically, I'm just going to do one eye for you guys in the camera, and then do the other eye and come back to you guys and show you the finished look. So you're just going to prime all over your eye. And this is not necessarily going to help the eyeliner stick, but it's more going to help your eyeshadow stick. In the Instagram the Instagram picture that I posted, I actually used the Wet n Wild Idol Eyes stick in the color, I don't remember, Pixie. This is what I used. But I since, if you watch my first Charmed or Cursed video that I will link below, I have since picked up some of the Milani Shadow Eye Sticks. It's pretty much like the same color, and I like these much better. The staying power of these is much better, and I think it's prettier. So I'm going to use this in this look instead. It's pretty much the same general color scheme. I just like this product better. You don't have to use a stick at all. You can use a powder, and it doesn't even have to be shimmery. This one is shimmery. I like that look. But it doesn't have to be shimmery. You can use a matte. If you want, you can use like a pearlescent color, really whatever you prefer to use. As long as it's kind of like a neutral, you could even probably use like a darker tan. You just don't want to use anything that is going to basically overpower the blue liner. You want the blue eyeliner to be like the wow factor and the center of this look. You don't want to use any kind of crazy colored eyeshadow or anything for this look. I mean, you can do that if you want to, but for this particular look, it's all about that blue winged liner. So if you use like, you know, crazy like purple shadow or a teal shadow or something really dark, it's going to kind of take away from the beautiful winged liner that we're going for. So that's just basically why I chose a very neutral kind of color. And I just like the shimmer because I feel like it adds a little bit of elegance in there. So again, use whatever you prefer. I just suggest for this particular look to use something very neutral. So I'm just basically wiping that on, and I'm just kind of blending it a little bit with this, just like a blending brush, shadow brush, whatever, from e.l.f. So I got that on. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then the next step is I'm going to go ahead and highlight underneath my brows before I forget, because sometimes I forget. I'm just going to be using the lightest color in my Lorac palette. This is the Satisfying Toffee Crunch, one of their candy bar palettes. It's this light color right here. You can use any kind of light color. I just love this eyeshadow, and I feel like it has great staying power, and I just like it, so that's why I'm using it. So I'm just going underneath my brows and then also just kind of around this area just to brighten up that area. Simple. Done with that. See how quick this is? And next we're going to go straight into the eyeliner. So I'm going to be using this eyeliner. This again is the Tarina Tarantino eyeliner. I like to start with a nice sharp eyeliner, especially if I'm going to be doing a winged liner like I'm showing you today. It's much easier to start with something that's sharp as opposed to, you know, something that you've used 2 or 3 times and it's dull, because you're not going to get that nice line like you want. It's going to be really hard to achieve that. You're going to smudge a lot. You're going to get pissed off, and it's just not going to work. The first thing that I like to do is I like to just line regularly how I would line and not even focus on the wing. So basically I'm just going to hold my eye like this. And I'm just going to take the liner and I'm just going to make a blue line just across my eye like that, like I would regularly line my eyes. I probably do a little bit thicker liner than some people. You can do it thin if you want. I like my eyeliner really thick. I've always worn it that way. I'm used to it that way. So that's basically what I start with. Then from there, I go to the outside and I'm just going to go from this inside corner here and I'm just going to kind of make a flick up. Just like that. I don't know if you guys, my camera's picking this up. My camera's terrible. Ooh, I look really bad up close. Wow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this top point, pull the top point down, and I'm doing very like slight sweeping motions like this instead of doing one like harsh line and then I mess up and I like have shit all up here. I just do very kind of like painting with like watercolors. Very light strokes, so I make sure that I'm getting the line that I want and then I go back in and make it bold later. So very, very light. Bringing it in so it meets the center. And then like I said, I will go back once I have the base for my line. I will go back in, fill in all that area and make it dark. So and I'm just kind of holding my eye just for support. I'm not like really pulling. I'm just making it just the slightest bit taut so I can get in there, but I'm not really pulling that much. So that is basically the top. You guys can see that. And then I'm just going to touch up right here. I just have a weird divot and I just don't like what it's doing. Okay, so that's pretty much the top with the actual wing, and then I take the same liner and I'm going to line underneath. So basically what I do is I take it on my lash line and I just kind of bring it up to meet that point. And you want to do it very gently. You don't want to make like a huge crazy line there because you don't want it to look funny. You just basically bring it up to meet that point. And then you just carry it on all the way to the inner tear duct. That kind of gives you that cat eye look. You can go a little bit right here if you want to. If you don't want the super cat eye, I like the super cat eye. So I go all the way in so it's like one continuous. Line that bottom there. And then you just kind of go on and make sure you don't have any like spaces where it's not dark the way you want it. Just like that. And then if you don't have a liner that has like super staying power, what you do is you take, I can't get the damn lid off. There you go. We're just going to take some blue eyeshadow. Let me grab my brush because I didn't grab it. Of course I didn't. I have to find which one it is. I'm awful. Take a brush. I just like using this little dome brush. And you just dab really lightly in there. Dab, knock off the excess. And you're just going to do that right like kind of on your lash line, smudging that into that eyeliner, which will, you smoke it out if you want to, but it will kind of help that eyeliner right there last a little bit longer. Sorry, I had to grab a Q-tip and I totally forgot. If you have made any mistakes, and I didn't really make a mistake, I just want this line just a little bit straighter because I'm particular and I'm anal and I'm ridiculous. You can go in with some eye makeup remover, just using my CVS. If you guys watched my, what is it, May favorites, June favorites, this is one of my favorites. I really like this stuff. Put a little bit on a Q-tip. There it goes. And you'll just want to run the Q-tip and just clean up that area that you want to clean up. Very lightly. I just like to make mine a little bit straighter. I'm just really particular, really. I'm crazy. Okay. That is pretty much it. That's the wing liner. The last step, pretty self-explanatory. You're going to pop on some mascara because you do want those lashes to stand out, because the liner is so bold that if you didn't if you didn't pop on a couple coats of mascara, your eyelashes are really just going to like get lost in the wing liner. And it's not going to be as glamorous and as elegant and as like bright-eyed as you might want it to be. So just pop on a couple coats. Very, very simple. And I do not put mascara on my lower lashes. I know some people do. I've tried it. I don't have much down there, and I think it just looks funny. And you can with this look, if you want to. Go ahead, pop it on the lower lashes. Don't. It doesn't really make a difference. And that is pretty much the finished look, the finished eye. I'm going to do the other eye real quick and then come back and show you guys the completed look. So I'm back with the finished look. Here's the finished look. Very dark, very dramatic, very elegant, I feel. Let's give you guys a little look there. That is pretty much the finished look. When I wear this eyeliner, I like to wear not necessarily a nude, but a very kind of light lipstick. I don't do nude. Nude looks awful on me. I look ridiculous. So very light pink, like a peach, something like that, that's not going to overpower it. You can do a darker color. It would be fun to do one, you know, if you're going out, you know, for like a sultry kind of night, you're going to the club, you're going dancing, something like that. You can do a really dark lipstick with this. I typically don't go out to places like that anymore. So I wear this look sometimes to my weekend job, or you know, sometimes when I just like go out with friends, very casual, not like out, you know, when I'm going over to their house for like a barbecue or something. So I usually try to keep it pretty simple. Put something very kind of neutrally on my lips. Today on my lips I am wearing one of the NYX lipsticks. This is a moisturizing lipsticks, I believe. And this is in the color Hot Pink Rose VIF. I don't know if VIF is part of the name. I could be butchering that shit, but it's Hot Pink Rose, color 571A, and it's just a really pretty pink, and that's what I have on my lips right now. And I feel like it just complements it really well, because it, you know, you still have the standout lips, they're still very pretty, but they are not kind of contradicting any of the stuff you have going on with your eyes. So that's pretty much it. That is the look. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. If you need any extra tips or anything that I didn't explain well enough. I'm not very good at tutorials. I actually really suck at them. So I don't know if I'm explaining things enough, if I'm over explaining, if they're too long, if they're too short. I'm not really sure. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Let me know what you think of this look in general. Please give this video a big thumbs up, thumb more, I won. And hit that subscribe button as well. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.